Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Elena, this is Golden Root Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading, looking at their thoughts and feelings for you and on your romantic connection. And when I say they, I mean whoever this person is that you're thinking of. It doesn't matter if you're single, have some sort of connection or relationship. We're just going to be looking at what this person is feeling for you at the moment, and we're going to do that by drawing some tarot cards, and then afterwards I'll show some pre-shuffled oracle cards, and the oracle cards will be advice for you on your love situation. So this will be relating to you and not necessarily to how the person is feeling. And today we have 4 piles for you to choose from. We have pile 1 with this little smelting stone heart, pile 2 with this obsidian, pile 3 with this light pink quartz, and pile 4 with this rainbow stone. So if you would just like to take a moment, maybe pause the video, see which pile you're most drawn to, and as always, I'll have timestamps down below in the description, and I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you pick this pile, here's your little stone. I'll move it over here. So we're going to start by looking at tarot cards to see their thoughts and feelings currently on your connection, kind of the situation that's happening, and then I'll show some oracle cards that will be advice for you relating to your love life. So let's start by shuffling and looking at some cards. Okay, how does pile 1's person feel about this connection? What are pile 1's thoughts on this situation at the moment? Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Empress. Here. We have the Page of Wands in reverse, and let's get one more. King of Swords in reverse. Okay, pile 1, I'm actually going to move these down a little bit. So what I'm seeing for how your person currently feels about you and the situation. So first I'll start by saying that they definitely have romantic feelings for you. With the Knight of Cups here, there's something there. They see you as someone very nurturing, and with the 9 of Pentacles, I think that they see this connection as something that has a lot of potential. There is definitely mutual respect. They value you. They value your time. I think that they know how much you provide to them. They enjoy how independent you are, how caring of a person you are. I get a sense that they definitely do value this relationship and connection between the two of you. They see it with the grapes here and then the flowers here. I get the sense of something blooming. To me, this might be a newer connection or something that's kind of more fresh, because what I am seeing with the Page of Wands and the King of Swords in reverse is that while they have these feelings for you and these thoughts of how wonderful you are and how much they enjoy spending time together, or, you know, maybe even having some romantic gestures that they're putting out there, there is a sense of they're not at the moment ready to take any kind of action. Like they're not quite ready to make a move or to really put their feelings out there. There's a sense of hesitation, and I feel like there's something that is holding them back. It might be a lack of communication of some sort, or they might just be still working through their own feelings and really trying to decide what it is exactly that they want and that they're looking for. There's definitely the sense that they need to get more in touch with themselves and kind of figure out what their intentions are, in order to be able to communicate their thoughts and feelings better to you, because there are feelings there, but whether or not they're going to choose to act on them, which kind of makes all of the difference, that's the question. There's definitely, I think that they know that this connection has the potential to be something really deep and meaningful and something really long term, and they might not just be quite ready to jump right in. There might be some things from their past that they kind of need to sort through and figure out in order to be able to really, commit to this connection and this relationship, because they genuinely do value you. I think that they see you as this very loving, nurturing person that really just kind of makes them feel taken care of and stable, and brings a lot of passion and creativity to their life. And with the respect that they have for you, they might not be, I don't think that they want to lie to you or lead you on, or, be willing to commit to something with you until they know that they're going to be 100% ready to dedicate their life and space and time to you, because I don't think that they want to hurt you in any way. They genuinely value you that much that they don't want to play any games or, come across as one way when they're really not. And they also could be someone that just in general has trouble kind of expressing their feelings, especially when it comes to their emotions. They could be someone a lot more logical, someone that kind of tends to not overlook their emotions, but they're just not necessarily someone that takes the time to always sit with their feelings and think about what it is that they're feeling and going through. They kind of tend to use their minds a lot more and to lead with their logic. And that could be another reason why there's so much hesitation there. They need to connect more to their emotions and their feelings in order to be able to really nurture this connection, because there's definitely value for them here to pursue this, and there is feelings here. And for some of you, this person could even be potentially scared of how much they feel, like that feeling of when you start to like someone and you realize how much you're feeling for them, and it might be a little bit overwhelming and scary, especially if you're someone that typically doesn't necessarily express their feelings that much. And if they've never felt this kind of a connection before, there could definitely be a lot of fear there. So like a lot of fear of, once they make the decision to fully pursue this connection, it's kind of like there's no going back. And that's always a big step to take, and for some people that can be a very scary feeling, because they know that there's so much potential here for this connection to turn something into something very beautiful and very fulfilling. And again, that's just, it's scary. It's not always easy to dive right in. There could also be, with the communication, I feel like there might be some things that the two of you need to discuss further, or maybe communicate further to each other. With the Nine of Pentacles, with you, I think they see this connection as really stable, and they see you as someone very independent. And with the Knight of Cups, creative and romantic, artistic, there's almost this like very sensual, fiery energy, but they might need to have more conversations with you about more of the logical aspects of the relationship. There could be just more discussions that need to take place before they're ready to commit more or make more of a decision in regards to actually acting on those feelings. But they definitely appreciate you. They definitely appreciate this connection. I think that they understand how much value you bring to their lives. You genuinely make them feel so safe and so cared for and so secure. So it's really about them just kind of getting their stuff together, you know, kind of figuring out what it is that they're looking for in this near future, and whether or not they can really act on their feelings for you. And if you're already in a relationship with this person that you're thinking about, and they have, you know, obviously made a commitment to you, there could also be a sense of, even though they've made this commitment to you, they might not be necessarily acting or showing you those feelings as much as you would like. You might want to see more of a effort from them, maybe for them to kind of show you more how much they genuinely care about you and how much they genuinely care about the relationship. Because there's definitely a sense of just lack of action on this person's part. And this lack of action is kind of what's keeping this connection in the stage where it's currently at. But let's look at some oracle cards. So these oracle cards will be advice to you on your love life. So not necessarily connected to this person, but it can be if that's how you're choosing to see it. So we have romance. Lavish the one you love with personal attention. Attention and affection. I'm just going to maybe put these down here. We have actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. We have the union of hearts. A love connection defies explanation. We have integrity. And we have grace. So the major advice that's coming across here is, I feel like all three of these cards very much relate. Actions speak loudly, romance, the union of hearts. The universe is really asking you to think about what you consider to be romantic, because that's different for everyone. Someone, you know, there's love languages. If you know about the different love languages, we all see love through a different lens. And for some of us, it could be, you know, gifts or quality time or touch. But think about what you find romantic, or more importantly, I guess, what the person that you're thinking about finds romantic, and really show them. With actions speak loudly. Express your love through action. So what can you do in order to make this person feel seen and appreciated? And what can you do to show that you're prioritizing the relationship? But also, it's about what can you do to show yourself these same things, because you can also romance yourself, if that makes sense. There has to be a very good balance between taking care of yourself and taking care of other people. And I definitely think that there is a very strong connection, and it's very important to you, and it's definitely making you feel like you want to do things for this other person. You feel kind of inspired to, whether or not you're naturally a romantic person, or if maybe you've never been before, there's a sense of wanting to be this way now. And it's important to remember that with grace and integrity, it's important to remember that just like life, every relationship and connection goes through different stages and different ups and downs. It's impossible to always be romantic. It's impossible to always be the one to kind of show the person how much you care. I think it's always a give and take. I think that sometimes we're the ones that need to express our feelings and emotions more, and then other times it's the other person's job to kind of step into that role. It's always a give and take. It depends on what's going on in your life and this other person's life, because sometimes, if they're going through something and if they're struggling, this could be the time where you need to kind of show them that you care and make them feel really loved and appreciated. And then ideally, when you're going through something, or if you're not, able to give them 100%, that's when they step up and give more. A relationship, ideally, it would be always 50-50, but that's not always realistic. Sometimes we're giving 70% and the other person is giving 30%, and then it's reversed and we're the ones giving 30% and they're the ones giving 70%. And I think the message here is that this is kind of, if you care and value about this, if you care about this person and value this connection, this is your chance to kind of show them and express your thoughts and feelings to them. Maybe they really need to hear this reassurance from you to really understand how much you also care about them and care about this connection. There's a lot of people have this pride and kind of stubbornness, and especially if it's someone that already has trouble expressing their feelings and, might kind of see expressing their feelings as something that makes them weak, or they're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of, what if I come out and say how much I care and those feelings aren't reciprocated? Because that's kind of what love is. It's always, in a sense, putting your feelings on the line and knowing that you can get hurt in the process. But I think that when there's a genuine love and a genuine connection between two parties, it's okay to, be the one to kind of reassure the other person if that's what they're needing at the moment. They might just I think this person that you're thinking of might just need that little bit of a push in the right direction. They might need to hear these things from you first in order to make them less scared of reciprocating, making them less scared of giving these things back to you. Because again, it is scary to put yourself out there. It is scary to commit. It is scary to feel like you have this amazing connection, because there's always that sense of what happens if, I lose this person? What happens if this goes away? And by doing just small little things that this person values, whatever their love language may be, you're kind of expressing to them that you're in this, that you care about it, that you understand if they're going through something, with grace here. And the way that your connection is not quite ready to take action, I think that this is a message of having patience for yourself and patience for this person. Of course, we can't wait around for forever. You can't, if this person isn't going to be willing to make up their mind and to take more action in the relationship, you can't wait around forever. But at this time, there's definitely this sense of just kind of letting things be, kind of seeing how the connection blossoms and develops, and just really enjoying this stage of genuinely caring for each other, and just enjoying this romantic kind of period, that feeling of giddiness that you get, those little butterflies in your stomach when small little things happen and you're giggling and you're laughing and you're blushing, because that's what any connection should be bringing to your life. That kind of feeling of joy and hope. And yeah, that's basically what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know if you would like to see more love readings. And I'll see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome. If you picked this pile, this will be your reading on your person, whoever that may be, their current thoughts and feelings on you and the situation. And we're going to start by looking at tarot cards to see how they're feeling and what they're thinking. And then we'll look at some oracle cards to kind of give some advice to you. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. How's Pile's 2 person thinking about them? What is Pile's 2 person thinking about the connection? We have the King of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Okay, Pile 2. So your person is kind of going through it at the moment. That's the best way that I can even say it. There are so many reversals and there are so many nines, which is kind of all about introspection and withdrawing and being on your own. There's the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's so interesting. And I guess first I will say that they really appreciate you. I think that they see you as someone very warm and nurturing and caring, and there are feelings there, but at the moment they're 100% just on the back burner because of how in their heads this person is, this connection is. They're definitely overthinking things. There is a lot of inner turmoil and anxiety, a sense of, I feel like they're struggling with knowing whether or not this connection is going to give them everything that they desire. But that struggle isn't coming from a place of reality. It's coming from a place of fear and just general overthinking. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, there's definitely this sense of unfulfilled emotional needs and not knowing kind of where to go or where to turn. And with the King of Cups in reverse, there's just emotional imbalance. I think that this person needs to take some time to really kind of work through whatever it is that they need to work through before they'll be able to really commit to you in any kind of way. Because right now they're just really in fear mode. They're being very hard on themselves, and I think that they're having very hard standards, setting very hard standards on themselves, their relationships, possibly on you. They have a lot of expectations, and if things aren't going to plan, it's kind of throws them off balance and makes them feel unstable. I get the sense that they're genuinely not quite sure even of what they're looking for. They know that you're someone that brings a lot of love and care in their lives, but they don't know what to do with it. And again, they're just plagued with the sense of deep turmoil and anxiety. They're, at the moment, I feel like they're just withdrawn from the connection and just kind of withdrawn even from themselves. I think that they wonder if they're even good enough for you. Just this sense of not knowing if they will be able to provide you with the things that you need and the things that you desire. They see you as someone very emotionally mature, and they might not be quite on that same level of being able to work through their emotions and express their emotions. And because of that, there's this kind of disconnect of not knowing whether or not this connection will be able to fully blossom. But it's also kind of like, again, they're just really questioning everything. And before anything goes further, or before there will be able to be any kind of resolution with this person, I think that they're really going to have to overcome their own mind, overcome their own anxieties, kind of sit with their feelings and really, ask themselves what it is that they're looking for in a relationship, and also what it is that they are so scared of. Like, they're kind of just lost and confused. Like, they are stumbling around in the dark, and regardless of their feelings for you, which they do have, it's like those feelings are kind of almost irrelevant at this point, because they really have to work through their own personal demons, so to speak, before they will be able to be there for you in any sort of way. They're just definitely struggling emotionally, and they're going to take kind of the darkness that they're experiencing personally and put it on the relationship. It's kind of like nothing is going right, so in a sense, this connection isn't going right. There could be a need just for more communication between the two of you, more expressing of what the both of you are looking for from a connection and from a relationship, what kind of expectations you have when it comes to, what you genuinely want to offer to each other, what you genuinely want the future of the relationship to be. And it's really it's important to have these discussions, but I don't know if this person is even quite ready to have those discussions, because again, they need to get their own thoughts together first. But I do want you to know that they genuinely do value you and think of you as kind of a light in their life. It's just that they're not able to express that right now in this moment with everything else that they're dealing with. It could be, for some of you, there could be just something that they find lacking in the relationship, but they're not necessarily being upfront about what this is. And I don't even know if they know what they find lacking, because again, they're kind of nitpicking everything, overthinking every small thing. So it's difficult to know for you whether or not there's anything that you can do on your end. But I will say that, it's not up to you to figure things out for this connection as much as you may want to. You may want to, because I think you're very much in touch with your feelings and emotions and knowing that the things that you want, and you could have this desire to express these things to them and to kind of help them work through what they're going through. But at the end of the day, you can only do so much, and it's not your job to make them have any sort of realizations. That's something that they'll definitely have to do themselves. And this is just kind of the time of letting them take that space, letting them work through the things that they're going through. And once they prioritize what they want in life, once they decide the sort of relationship that they can commit to right now, that they can give to you, things will become a lot more clear, both for you and them in the situation. But right now, at this moment, I do think that this person just kind of needs to really withdraw more into themselves and sit with their own feelings in order to be able to really move forward in the relationship or with the connection in any way. Let me look at some oracle cards. So these oracle cards are advice to you. So they're not necessarily related to this connection, but they can be. We have do something for someone, give your attention to another, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. Presence. And the first chakra. So I guess I'll start with presence and the first chakra. The main advice that I'm seeing here for you is to allow yourself to surrender to the situation and what's happening in the moment, and to know that you are safe. To just trust in the universe and in what's happening, to be okay with if things aren't going exactly the way that you want them to be going in the moment. That doesn't mean that the universe is working against you or that things aren't going to work out in your favor. You are fully capable of having a beautiful romantic connection, and it will happen. It's just that we often have to go through periods of pause and reflection in order to get to where we want to go, and that's okay. And what's happening in the moment is genuinely going to make you stronger. It's going to provide you more wisdom. It's going to help you learn things about yourself and what you're looking for in a connection. And that's very important. That's very important for moving forward, for being able to have the relationship that you desire. And it's just kind of about saying, okay, universe, like, no matter what is happening right now, I trust that things are still going to work out. If things are going wrong, you could think that something is going wrong, but it could just be so that better things are able to come your way. We never know if what's happening at the moment, no matter how difficult it seems, we never know how it's going to work out. Like, something can seem so horrible and crappy at the moment, and of course it's difficult not to let that get to us, but it could be setting up for something so much more amazing than what you had even dreamed of. And all you need to do is know that you are safe and you are cared for. And as far as more specific advice when it comes to your love life, with speak the language of love, do something for someone, and demonstrate love, there's an overwhelming message here of acting on your feelings, both in the sense of taking specific actions to show someone that you care, but also providing words of reassurance, being able to express your emotions, being able to say, here's how I feel. And that's scary. It's scary to, be vulnerable like that and to express how much you care. But at the end of the day, if you put yourself out there And if you show someone that you genuinely care, even if, I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that either they don't feel the same way or there's some sort of a rejection. But what's important is that you will feel like you have done everything that you were able to do, everything that you had the power to do, and you won't have regrets going forward. You'll know that you took the time to show this person and to tell this person that you care, that you feel something for them. And even if it doesn't work out, you'll just have that peace of knowing that you were genuine to yourself and genuine to your feelings, and that you expressed those feelings, and the outcome really doesn't matter, because it's more about knowing that you put yourself out there, even if that's scary. And it's possible that this person that you're thinking of really needs that effort from you in the moment. Maybe they need to be shown that you do care about them, that you are able to express your thoughts and feelings to them. Because sometimes, you know, people will start playing a bit of a game in relationships, you know, like, if they won't tell me how I feel, I'm not going to make a fool out of myself and tell them how I feel. And then it's just kind of this game of cat and mouse where neither parties want to be vulnerable. Neither parties want to kind of say exactly what's on their minds. Neither parties want to look like the ones that are putting it all on the line. And sometimes we'll just get stuck. We'll just let our pride and ego stand in the way, even if we genuinely do want to express how we feel. If we want to show how we feel, we oftentimes won't do it out of fear. And the message here is to let go of that fear and to show your love, and that no matter what happens, you'll be better off because of it. And that's what I have for you, Pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, that it resonated with you. Let me know down in the comments what you thought, and if you would like to see more readings on your love life. And I'll see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading on your person's thoughts and feelings on you and the connection at the moment. We're going to start by looking at some tarot cards to see how they feel, what they're thinking, and then we'll move on to some oracle cards, which will be advice for you. So how is Pile 3's person thinking about them? What is Pile 3's person's thoughts on the connection? We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Three of Wands. Oh, we have the Three of Cups, and let's get one more. And we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, Pile 3, so I think that this person that you're thinking of is definitely questioning when it comes to your connection, whether or not they have the time right now to be able to balance this connection or relationship with everything else that they have going on in their lives at the moment. With the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I get the sense that they could be really focused on other areas of their life at the moment. So they could be very focused on their career or studies, or just growing more themselves, learning new skills, or kind of just honestly, with the Three of Cups and Three of Wands, there's a sense that they have this focus on kind of just having fun at the moment, meeting new people, exploring all sorts of different connections. And there's this big question of whether or not they would have the time to dedicate to this relationship, the proper time to dedicate to the relationship and to the connection. It's kind of the sense of they're trying to have it all and they want to have it all, but they don't know if that's genuinely possible. And I don't think that they want to just kind of string you along, no matter how much they enjoy being with you or spending time with you, if they know deep down that they just have so much going on right now, that there's this sense of imbalance and the sense of struggling with their priorities and not knowing which area of their life they should place priority on. There's also a question of, because of that, whether or not this connection or relationship would have enough stability to work out long term. And I don't know if this person is even necessarily thinking about long-term prospects at the moment. I think that they're very focused on the future and growing, and again, just kind of enjoying themselves and celebrating things. With the Six of Swords in reverse, there's a sense that they're leaving something behind, but that there are still unresolved emotional issues. They could have an old relationship or an old connection that they left behind, and while they might have moved on from it, it's unresolved in the sense of they still have to work through exactly what happened and their feelings on the situation before they'll be able to really commit to something new, to a new relationship or to a new connection. And again, all of this has nothing to do with how they view you as a person or how they view a connection. There's really the sense of timing and whether or not the timing is right for them at the moment. And that's something that they're unsure about. They know that they want to move forward in their lives. They know that they're looking ahead. They're looking to a brighter future. And they see you as someone that offers that to them in their life. They see you as someone that is very fun and loving and brings that joy to their life, this sense of celebration. And for a lot of you, this person could very much enjoy spending time with you more so in a group setting where there's kind of less pressure to really prioritize one given person, and it takes the pressure off of them to where they can just kind of let loose and enjoy themselves, especially with all of the other stress that they have going on in their lives at the moment. They could be just really prioritizing spending that time with friends and loved ones and just kind of doing things to unwind and to have fun. But again, there's a question of, would they be able to have the time, and are they able to emotionally at the moment to bring you more into the relationship, if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for more stability and more of a commitment, this person is definitely questioning if they can give that to you, or if they're in a stage in their lives right now where it's kind of more about moving on from past hurts and working through their own issues emotionally, working through kind of letting go of that emotional baggage that they're still carrying from past relationships. And I mean, we all have emotional baggage that we carry from old relationships. That's true for all of us. But for this connection, there's a sense that it could be more recent or more raw, or even if it's not recent, it could just be something that they never took the time to work through. And because of that, it's still lingering in their minds. It's still affecting them. It's affecting their sense of not wanting to get hurt again, and also not wanting to hurt you or anyone else. They definitely don't want to hurt you. And that's partly why they put so much pressure on themselves to make sure that they're not leading you on in any way, that they're just kind of keeping things more light and casual until they are able to decide whether or not they can offer you more of a commitment. But again, just with the timing, it seems like this person has a lot going on, a lot of responsibilities, and just other things that are consuming their mind outside of the connection that the two of you may have. And it's up to you really of, what you're also looking for at the moment. Because if you're looking for something more, if you're looking for something more serious, and if you want more of that commitment or dedication, I think that you shouldn't be afraid of putting those feelings out there and letting it be known. There's nothing wrong with saying that, here's what I'm looking for. Here's what I would like to see in a relationship or in a connection. And there's also nothing wrong with walking away from a person if they're not in a place in their life that they're able to provide that for you. And as much as it sometimes hurts, sometimes it's not, anyone's fault. Sometimes it's just a difference of where you two may be in your life, a difference of where you want to focus your priorities. But you definitely need to love yourself enough to let this person know if they're not giving you enough, if they're not giving you what you're looking for. It's okay to gently walk away from the situation. And it doesn't mean that the two of you don't care about each other. You could have a lot of love and appreciation and respect for each other, but if the timing isn't working out, if you're not able to meet each other's needs, then it could just be a time where you take the pause. And if something is meant to work out, I really believe that It will work out. It will work out in the future. This person will come back into your life when they're ready, if they're meant to be in your life. And maybe they are meant to be in your life now. For some of you, this person could be willing to step up as long as you're able to express the things that you're looking for. And maybe you're also in a place in your life where you're looking for something slightly more casual, and maybe you're also in an area in your life, for some of you, where you have a lot of other things going on, in which case this connection could be exactly what you're looking for. It could be, for some of you, that you both have other priorities going on at the moment, but you do both enjoy spending time together. And that's absolutely beautiful and totally okay too. So it just depends on your feelings on the situation and your feelings on this connection in terms of where it can go from here. But let's look at some oracle cards to get further messages. So these oracle cards will be advice for you on your love life. It could be in relation to this connection or just in a broader sense. We have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. We have be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. We have love makes a difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. We have divine masculine. And we have connection. So there's a message here. I guess first I'll start with the divine masculine and the connection. There's a message that, we all have feminine and masculine sides to us. And there's a message of asking you to step more into your divine masculine role, which is being able to take more action and being more proactive in order to push a connection forward or push the love life that you want forward. Oh, sorry about that noise. There's a truck in my driveway. It's kind of, there's a sense of this needing to be a time where you're the one that's putting forward not necessarily more effort, but more of that action-oriented side that gets things done and gets things accomplished. Because if this is a connection that you want to pursue and want to fight for, it might be a little bit more up to you in order to make that happen. And with being present and dreaming of the future, love makes a difference, and being supportive, I feel like the universe is really asking you to focus on the now and trust what's happening, and don't think about the past. Don't linger in. And if you're thinking of this in terms of this person that you're thinking about and this connection, when I think of their past and with the Six of Swords in reverse and the fact that they might still be struggling with letting go of some emotional baggage, this could be a message of kind of giving them the space to work through their issues and not taking it personally when it relates to your own connection, knowing that you should be focused on your dreams of what your ideal relationship looks like, and also be able to support this person through what they're dealing with. Love makes all the difference. Love helps heal past hurts. This could be a situation where you will be able to help this connection through the pain that they're experiencing from a past connection or a past relationship. If your relationship is meant to be and is genuine enough, even if they have a lot of other things going on in their life, if you put in that effort and show them that you're willing to step up and be there for them, and that you're not judging them for what they're going through, that you're not judging them for the past or the fact that they haven't completely been able to move forward from their past, that could really show them that you are a person that is worth shifting their priorities and shifting the things around in their life in order to make this connection blossom into something. Because just because they have someone has a lot on their plates at the moment, it doesn't mean that it's impossible to make a relationship work if both parties want to make a relationship work. And if there's a lot of love in the connection, it could be worth pursuing, even if other things are getting in the way. Other responsibilities, past hurts, past relationships. If you can let all of that go and just envision kind of your dream life and envision exactly what that looks like, the things that you desire, how you want to be treated, because you do deserve to be treated in the ways that you want. You don't need to settle for less. You don't need to settle for someone that can only give you half the effort or can only give you a tiny bit of their time or make you feel, essentially, you deserve to be made a priority if that's what you desire. So it's all about just envisioning that relationship, but also taking action to show this person, this connection, that you do care about them, that you do care about their feelings. There could be some conversations that need to be had to, maybe they're in a way almost afraid or scared to talk to you about the things that have happened to them in the past, or maybe they just they're more closed off and don't like talking about those things in general. But if there's something that's still lingering on their minds, a past hurt that's still affecting them, it could be up to you to, in a way, step up and, if they're comfortable with it, kind of try to see if they'll be willing to share this experience with you and to let them know that you're there to listen, that you care about them, and that you don't have expectations of them, as far as you understand that we all have a past. You understand that we all have things that we need to work through and get over, and that it doesn't diminish the way that you see them or the way that you see their connection. It could just be about a little bit of reassurance, about healing. There's definitely a lot of healing that this person needs to go through, but there's nothing to say that you can't be there for them as a support system, that you can't be, in a sense, a shoulder for them to lean on, as long as you're comfortable being in that position and they're comfortable in letting you in. So it's all about just kind of, for you, taking that first step, kind of reaching out your hand and saying that you are willing, and then the ball is in their court. At that point, it's up to them whether or not they want to pursue this connection or relationship. But at that point, you will have done everything that you can, everything that's in your power, in order to uplift this person and in order to show them that you value their connection. And that's honestly all that you can do. And if you're able to do that, regardless of the outcome, I think that you will be okay moving forward. And that's what I have for you, pile 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like or a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you would like to see more readings about your love life. And I'll see you guys next time. Hi, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. I'll put this little heart over here. So today we'll be looking at your person, whoever they may be, their thoughts and feelings on your connection at the moment. And then I'll draw some oracle cards to also kind of give some advice to you in general in regards to your love life. But let's start out with the tarot cards. So what is piles 4 person thinking about their connection at the moment? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the King of Crystals. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Emperor in reverse, and let's get one more. And we have the Star. Okay, pile 4. So first things first, I guess I'll say that I sense a lot of new and fresh, dreamy energy from this person, this connection. For a lot of you, this could be either a new connection, a more recent connection. If you're in a relationship, it could be a more recent relationship in its very early stages. Or if you've been in a longer relationship, this could just be kind of a new phase of your relationship where you're trying to do and see things from a new perspective. With the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Crystals and the Page of Cups and the Star, there's this sense of fresh beginnings and that kind of, with the Page of Cups, dreamy, romantic feeling. There's a lot of positivity and excitement. This person is really looking forward to talking to you, to spending time with you, to nurturing this connection. And they have a lot of hope and positivity that things will work out for the two of you with the Star card here. The Star card, I always think, is one of the most just positive cards in tarot. It's having faith in the universe that things will work out. It's having faith in the connection. And I believe that this person that you're thinking of really does have a lot of faith in the two of you, in the relationship, in the bond that you two share. And with the King of Crystals, there is a sense of, while there's a lot of fire and passion, this person could have some trouble expressing those feelings very clearly to you. They could be someone more logical, someone just more, they take action. They're more about showing you how they feel as opposed to expressing how they feel. And with their Emperor in reverse, one thing that I do see is that there could be more need for boundaries in the connection or in the relationship to make it successful. There could be a feeling of not necessarily one party dominating the other, but just this sense of when you get into a relationship, or sometimes if you're already in one, and there's just so much love and care for each other that it's kind of hard to say no to the person, or to, focus on self-care or friends and family. And this could be that kind of imbalance that new and fresh relationships and connections often have, where you're devoting so much time and effort to each other that you're kind of putting everything else on the back burner, and you're maybe, in a sense, neglecting your own needs. And this isn't on purpose, and you might not even be aware that it's happening, but it's just, things are so exciting, and this person is making you so happy, and you're bringing them so much happiness in return, that it's kind of like your boundaries go out the window. And there's a message here of, in order for this connection to keep blossoming, you could do well with just putting some more boundaries on the relationship, having a little bit more space and time for yourself and for other people in your life, for other priorities in your life. If you, sometimes it's not that we let go of things in order to please someone in the relationship, but if you have certain things that you used to do, like let's say every Wednesday night you used to, have a bowling league. I don't know. And maybe when you started this relationship, you kind of fell out of that, or you gave that up. Or, maybe once a week you used to go on a hike by yourself, or you used to journal or meditate. And now that you've been in this connection, you've kind of let go of that. Maybe this person would ask you to spend time together, and you would say yes, and one time turned into 2 times, turned into 3 times, and then these other things in your life have kind of not slipped away, but just have become less of a priority. There's definitely a message here that for the both of you, and this could be either of the parties, this doesn't necessarily have to be you, it could be them that's neglecting things in their life, not neglecting, but that isn't prioritizing other things in their lives because of how excited and happy they feel about the relationship. But there's definitely a message of the both of you just needing to put some boundaries around the connection in place. And boundaries are totally healthy and totally okay. We have boundaries with everyone. We have boundaries with friends and coworkers. Sometimes we have boundaries with ourselves, especially with ourselves. So even if there's a connection that's making you very happy, it's okay to set boundaries for the both of you. And this might be something that this person also needs to do. There could be things that they want to happen that they're just kind of have been afraid to say them because everything's going so well, and they don't want for you to take things in the wrong way, or you don't want for them to take things in the wrong way. One of the main things about boundaries is learning how not to take them personally, knowing that it's just for the best of, it's in the best interest of both parties. It's important for, in any relationship, to still keep working on our own sense of self and to still spend time focusing on other friendships and loved ones, but also to spend time on focusing on our own interests and self-development. In any relationship, we can't always share every single interest with the other person, and so this could just be a sign that both of you need to take time to just put a little bit more effort into other areas of your life. And when you do come back together, and when you do spend time together, it will be even more fulfilling and even more beautiful. And there's just a big sense of hope and a big sense of positive things coming for this connection and for this relationship. I just get this kind of, again, excited feeling, this kind of feeling of new things are coming and they're going to be wonderful and they're going to bring a lot of happiness for you and for this other person. So I think just having a few conversations about how the both of you can make sure that you're still prioritizing other areas of life and still having the space to dedicate some time to the things that you care about outside of each other and outside of the relationship. I think that will really propel the connection forward and really make it blossom even more so, because this person genuinely sees you as someone that betters their life. They want to, give you the world in a sense. They think very highly of you. They think very highly of your connection. And let's look at some oracle cards. So this will be advice to you about your love life. So this is just about your love life in general, but of course you can think about it in terms of this connection. We have spent quality time together, listen and talk to each other. We have relationship patterns and take strength to recognize the need for change. Okay, so just with this here, I definitely think that this relates to the Emperor in reverse and to knowing just, again, things aren't going wrong. I think that this is a beautiful connection, but it's just being able to step up and say if something needs to change in order to make the relationship healthier. Again, putting boundaries into place in order to make it a healthier relationship. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad relationship or that there's anything wrong with the connection, because there genuinely isn't. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. Listen and talk to each other about your feelings and your dreams and ideas. And I think that doing so makes it easier to notice any relationship patterns that you might be doing that are unhealthy in a sense. And we all genuinely, like, so many people fall into this pattern of, when we find someone that we really care about, that we genuinely love, and that we're really excited about, it's so easy to just kind of let that overwhelm everything else. And if that has been a pattern for you, especially in past relationships, if you have kind of, when you fall for someone, it's like everything goes out the window and you just want to dedicate all of your energy and time to this one person. The universe is kind of asking you to look at those patterns that you have and to notice how things might have not worked out in the past because of those patterns, and to just tweak them and to fix it and to make sure that you're still focusing on loving yourself. And focusing on loving yourself does not mean that you can't spend quality time together. It's about a perfect balance of both things combined in order to make the relationship work. We have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. This could just be a sign that if you're looking for specific things in the connection or in the relationship, to show the person exactly what you're looking for, to tell this person exactly what you're looking for. You know, if your love language is gifts, then a good way to show that is maybe by first giving gifts to this person. If your love language is touch, then show them that. Sometimes people just need to see exactly how you want to be loved in order to be able to give you that love, in order to be able to express their feelings to you properly, because we all express feelings in a different way. And you know, whoever this person may be, they can't, you know, they're not a mind reader, and you can't expect for someone to just automatically know what you desire, to automatically know the things that you want for in a relationship. When I think of like attracts like, to me it's being the person that you would want to date, if that makes sense. It's being and acting in a way that you would want for your partner to act, and that's what attracts that same energy back to you. If you're putting out a certain energy, I feel like you are more likely, it's kind of like a magnet, you will be attracting more of that energy back to you. We have sensitivity. The frequency of sensitivity helps us open to the world, a subtlety and detail, while anchoring a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. And we have expression. The frequency of expression supports our ability to bring out our true essence through many different forms of communication. So the message here is to not be afraid to get vulnerable, to get deeper, to express your feelings and desires, and to not be afraid of doing so. I think oftentimes we hold back in relationships and connections because we don't want the other party to judge us. We fear of getting, we fear being hurt. That's really what drives us to often kind of have this shell, this armor that we wear around our hearts. But if you really want to have the connection grow, and if you really want to connect to the other party in a meaningful level, you do have to really express your true self, and you have to be able to put down your walls and to just be vulnerable with this person. Tell them your deepest thoughts and know that you are safe to do so. If this person genuinely cares about you, they will not only want to hear about the things and the feelings that you have, but they will accept you. They will accept the darker parts of you, the darker aspects of you that you may be worried about expressing. There's definitely always a fear that if we show ourselves fully to someone, that they will run away. There's always a fear that, if we show our darker aspects to a connection, that they will no longer desire us or no longer find us worthy of love. But any person that's meant to be in your life, any person that's meant to love you and to spend however long journeying through life with you, they're going to want to know every single side of you. They'll want to know your shadow aspects. They'll want to know, we kind of already, it's easier to know the good things about someone because we often try to present our better qualities or what we think are our better qualities to people. But there's a certain beauty in knowing the darker aspects to someone as well. There's a certain beauty to knowing someone's struggles, to knowing someone's insecurities and their fears and the things that they often kind of keep hidden away. And it's okay to share those thoughts. It's okay to let someone in without the fear that they're going to turn their backs on you. And that's the message that I have for you, Pile 4. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a like or a comment and let me know what you thought. If you would like to see more readings about your love life, let me know that as well. And I'll see you guys next time.